Okay, so thank you very much and welcome. So my name is Fredrik Heintz. I'm a professor of computer science here at Linköping University, where I lead our AI activities. I'm also the director of the graduate school of the Wallenberg AI Autonomous System and Software Program, WASP, which is Sweden's largest research program, where we actually fund a lot of the AI research in Sweden. And what I wanted to do here today is both give a bit of overview of related activities, but with a focus on our educational activities and especially our set of courses that we are offering for in order to grow in your profession, as the title says. So basically, what we want to do is to take people who might feel that they are being, would say, a bit overwhelmed with this AI and maybe digital technology in general, and how do we really empower them to feel that this technology is something that's helping you and something that is really helping you in your professional life. And I think it's quite interesting to just take a little bit look at the background. And what, of course, we see is that we see in this growing importance of the digital world, but we also see that more and more gets software powered. So software is kind of eating the world, as was said a few years, and now it's being said that AI is eating software. So that is the new big thing. But what really the consequences of this is, of course, that the scale, speed, and complexity of the solutions will increase. At the same time, we have more and more powerful tools and automation, which then helps us to actually be able to deal with this scale, speed, and complexity. And of course, AI is then an enabling technology for actually allowing us to automate tasks that were previously done by people. And of course, the big talking point these days is about this large language models and the use of language technology to be able to generate both text and code and everything else that's text oriented. And what we see there is, of course, that it's a very powerful tool that can help us in many different applications. Because the point here is that in the end, these are tools, which means that they help us humans be more productive, more capable, and being able to solve more challenging problems. And that is what we want to empower through this education. And of course, it's quite interesting also to see that, the amount of knowledge and amount of information available grows exponentially, which means that if you want to base your decisions on the best available information, you really need very strong support tools, because basically it will be more or less impossible for us individual humans to be able to manually deal with this information. And just to take a concrete example here of say a medical doctor, assuming that the medical doctor knows everything there is to know after they finish their education, and assuming that the amount of knowledge doubles every second year, which is quite conservative, it would mean that this doctor that used to know everything after 2 years knows half of all the information, after 4 years, a quarter, after 6 years, an eighth, and after 8 years, a 16th of all the knowledge there is, which means that this medical doctor needs to learn much more after their basic education compared to what they actually learned during the basic education. That this is only a small part of it. So there is both a need for tools to support us in making these decisions, but also that we need to spend much more time on competence development to really be able to stay on top of the development. And I think it's also very important that it's really a question of combining AIs and humans. And I mean, this example I've been using for many years, coming from chess, where of course the automated chess players, the computer chess players, they're beating the best humans, and have been doing that for, was it close to more than 25 years, since 1997. But if you then combine people and chess playing machines, you get something that's better than both the best humans and the best chess playing computers. So it's really about combining AI and people. And we get the same results in medical diagnosis, for example. But what's very important here is that it's a different skill being able to solve these problems with computer support compared to doing it manually. So it's different chess players that are really good at playing on their own compared to the chess players that are really good at playing together with this chess playing computer programs, which means what we need is people who know how to effectively use these tools to become better at their work. And again, if we connect this back to these large language models, what we see today is, for example, that people learning how to do this kind of prompt engineering, how to steer this very powerful either text-based tools or image-based tools to generate the text or generate the images that they need for their particular application. And of course, being good at that is a different skill compared to actually drawing the images or generating the images themselves or writing the text. So I think this is a very good example of we need to be good, become much better in using these very, very powerful tools. And at Linköping University, we are trying to connect the three basic roles of a university, which is research, education, and collaboration when it comes to AI. So that we can really push the AI efforts at the university. And just for sake of, because it's kind of fun, is that Linköping University has been doing AI research for more than 50 years. So this is not something that's new to us, but something that we have been doing actually since we became a university. We have been doing AI research, and actually we also brought AI research to Sweden through Erik Sandevall, who was the first professor of computer science in Sweden and also an AI researcher. And today, Linköping University covers all the different aspects of this broad, and I would also say growing area of AI in one university. So of course, we have the kind of technical faculty where we're doing a lot of the technical research, but we also have the medical faculty doing a lot of research on, say, medical technology and using AI in medicine, to improve decision support. But we also have the philosophical faculty, where they're of course working on the more AI and ethics as one example, AI and law, and of course the broader economy and so on. And I think compared to many other universities, in most cases we have, or I would say in all of these cases, we have research groups, in some cases even multiple research groups working in each of these subfields of AI. And just to take one example, when it comes to computer vision, when it comes to this vision and pattern recognition, we have at least 3 extremely successful research groups working on that. For example, from a more electrical engineering perspective, but also from a more medical perspective and from a visualization perspective. I think that's something that stands out. I would also say that Linköping University is a member and an active actor in the broader AI ecosystem, which of course also include AI Sweden. So we are really both pushing and collaborating when it comes to AI innovation competence and research in Sweden. If we then look at the educational activities, Lund University did a study a few years back when they were looking at a national survey of AI courses at the different universities, and came to the conclusion that Linköping University is the university in Sweden with the most AI courses, as we have the largest number of AI courses. And actually this is true both for when it comes at the bachelor level and the master's level, that on both these levels where we have the most courses available. And just to give you a flavor of the breadth of the AI courses that we have at our 5-year engineering programs, I would say that the majority of our students are engineering students. So in one of our engineering programs, so basically we have a range of engineering programs from electrical engineering to computer engineering, so electrical engineering is kind of mostly the physics and the hardware. Then we have computer engineering, which then combines hardware and software. And then we have information technology, which focus very much on networks and how to run large projects. So project management in relation to this. And then we have the more computer science program, which then focus on software engineering and computer science. And on these programs, we also have a master's specializations, a master's profile in AI and machine learning, so that you can really specialize in this. And here we have a very broad range of courses. We have kind of the core courses in the center. We have a number of courses more related to data-driven decision making. And then we have a number of courses related to more the autonomous systems, actually building physical vehicles or other products where this is an integrated. So we basically cover all these different aspects. But when it comes to this more, so I should say that these courses, I mean, these courses are then available if you're part of a program, either the master's program, for example, in computer science, or one of the engineering programs. But we also have a selection of courses that are open to everyone. We're really trying to raise the understanding of AI among the general population. So I think that the best example here is this Elements of AI, which is a course that was developed by University of Helsinki in Finland. And they developed it in Finland with the goal of educating 1% of the Finnish population about AI. And after they had succeeded in that, which took them, I think, less than a year, they then wanted to go international. And Sweden, together with AI Sweden and Linköping University, became, and with funding from Vinnova, we became the second country to have this course available. So this course has now been running for a number of years. So it's a completely open course which anyone can take. It consists of 6 different parts where you get to know what is this AI in general. There is a section on how to deal with probabilities, because of course most relevant AI problems, there is no clear yes or no, but rather there is a probability of something being true or false. So we need to work with probabilities. There are sections on machine learning, neural networks, and also the broader societal aspects of AI. And what I really like about this course and why I think it's been so successful is that it really takes one step beyond the buzzwords. So it's not, I mean, of course it includes these buzzwords, but it really tries to show what are the techniques that is being used to actually achieve these very impressive results when it comes to AI applications. And as I said, this is an open online course, so you can register and start at any time. And there is then questions. So basically there are multiple choice questions. There are open question where you need to compute something and then present the answer. And there are also a bit more, what you say, discussion questions where you then have a peer review. So you also review other students' short texts and say how good they are. And then when you're done, you will get a certificate. And if you then want, you can also get university credits from Linköping University. So you can get 2 ECTS credits for this course by handing in the certificate and doing a validation test after you have been accepted. And basically anyone with basic meet the basic requirements for university education in Sweden will get accepted. So this is really an open online course targeting the very broad audience. And we should say that this is a very popular course. So worldwide, almost 1 million people have signed up and more than 125,000 have completed it. From a Swedish perspective, we have about 43,000 people that have signed up on the open online course, and more than 10,000 of them have completed it. But we also have another 11,000 that have signed up for the English course, which means that we're close to 55,000 people in Sweden that have then signed up and started this course. And about 10% of those, more than 5,400, have gotten university credits. So this is a very large and popular course to get started. But actually we have more courses. Of course, we have these Elements of AI, but we also have a continuation that's also provided by this MinaLearn that was built by this the Finnish company that is running these courses. which is called Building AI. So here you take the step from just knowing about the different parts to actually start to build your own AI solutions. And here there are different levels. So depending on how much programming you want to do, you can take this course with a very amount of programming background and programming exercises. But the whole point is that you get to learn a little bit about how do I actually build a real AI system. And then we have 3 courses that we have developed ourselves. So we have a course called Elements of Machine Learning. So this is taught by Professor Fredrik, who has also authored a textbook on machine learning that they're using to really teach the fundamentals of machine learning, which is the kind of part of AI which has had the biggest impact and really changed a lot of things to how to get computers to learn from data or examples to solve complex problems to a large degree by themselves. We also have a course on AI and natural language, which is of course very suitable considering the big interest in large language models these days. So if you want to learn more about how does this work, how can you find good applications, how can you use natural language processing in different applications, then this is the course for you. So it's all about AI and natural language. We also have another course on cybersecurity, which, I mean, it's not directly related to AI, but of course, all AI systems are, of course, also software system, which makes it very important to make sure that they are safe and secure. And this cybersecurity course is then an opportunity to learn much more about what you need to know in order to be able to protect yourself and to kind of install countermeasures and so on to make your systems more secure. So these are then open online courses. So these are courses that you can register to through the normal university admission system and then complete them to get university credits. But we also have commissioned education. And this is basically where a company or some other organization gives us a specific task to develop a particular course. So basically here we can tailor courses to the needs of different companies or organizations. We also have developed a few courses ourselves that we can then offer. Of course, since this is commission education, it means that the company or organization needs to pay for the course, but then we can tailor it to your specific needs. And here, for example, we have a course on deep learning, which of course is again one of these core technologies for building modern AI applications. We also have a course that's called AI and Digitalization and Overview. And we have a course on AI and Ethics. So this is also a very popular course to get to understand what are the ethical implications, what are the legal frameworks that also influence this AI development and so on. So those are some example of courses that we have developed and that we can provide if there's someone willing to buy these courses from us. And just to give a bit of a more detailed, I apologize for this being in Swedish, but basically this AI and Digitalization Overview course that we gave a few years back, because I think it covers the basics, what you need to know. So the first day was 3 two-day events or 3 two-day meetings. And the first was all about, I mean, what is AI in general? What is machine learning? So giving the broad overview. The second session was all about 1 day on natural language processing and the second day on computer vision, which are the 2 main application areas when it comes to AI these days. And then the third and final session was about how do we then combine AI and people. So for example, how do you include this when you design your services, or what are the consequences for user interfaces and so on. And then we also had the ethical perspective and also what do you do next. So how do you take the knowledge that you have learned and actually apply it and integrate it into your company or organization. So we think still that this is a very interesting course that we can give as commission education. And just a bit of a side note to conclude here, we have also been very much involved in primary education. So we have also been involved in rewriting the national curriculum on that. But there we are working very much on this concept of computational thinking, which I still think is very key to this. It's about how do we solve computational problems. But I actually think there is a very interesting connection to AI, where AI is really about how do we get to computers to solve problems by kind of trying to imitate how humans solve problems, while computational thinking is more how do we how humans become better at solving problems by learning from how computers solve problems and to use computers to solve problems. So I think taking together, it's all about problem solving and helping us people or humans to become better at solving complex problems. At Linköping University, we are also very much involved in how can we improve higher education when it comes to providing the competence, when it comes to AI and other transformative technologies. So there's also not only this working with education in providing education both to our undergraduate and graduate students and to the professionals, but also how can we improve the way that we work with education, because we believe that there is transformation needed. So that's another important part. And to conclude, of course, Linköping University is a key player to accelerate the quality and use of AI. And we are very much involved in providing highest quality education, research, and collaboration. And our experience that usually you need all three parts, especially if you're a company or organization interested in, now we want to start use AI, we want to integrate this into our products, then usually you need a little bit of all these different components. But of course, we also provide open courses targeting both the professionals and interested individuals, so that we can help you become better at AI. Thank you very much.